Green. 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 Out. Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to the Season 13 ACC Conference Championships. The Miami Hurricanes against the undefeated Syracuse Orange. We're going to take a quick look at the Hurricanes roster with Coach Spectre of the Orange before we kick off this game in just a few minutes. Without further ado, Coach.
Thank you, Coach Ninja. The Miami Hurricanes, a long tradition of wide receivers. We'll get to that in a minute. They're led by sophomore quarterback Nkosi Perry, an impact player, 85, just a 108 rating, but he does have the 22-13 interception ratio. On the ground, not too active, and with just a 76 speed. I mean, he does have 130 carries, but not too dangerous, I should say. Lorenzo Lingard, an impact halfback, really a product of the system, I believe, 60 yards a game through the ground, but definitely involved in the passing attack with 28 catches. This is a team that will spread it out, I imagine, and run a lot of single back sets, although Ray Ellis George has gotten 15 carries. That's a decent number for a CPU fullback. There's Amon Richards, the 97 overall. Definite focal point of the offense, averaging 70 yards a game. He's got 9 touchdowns, and with his 97 and 99 speed, definitely a weapon we'll be aware of, number 82. But number 4 can't be let run wild because he's a 92 with 99 speed and 99 acceleration, and almost as good as Richards. So far in the season, he hasn't been utilized much, but we imagine if we force their hand, he'll still be a dangerous weapon. At tight end, Brevin Jordan, not too involved in the passing attack, just 15 yards a game. The offensive line, solid, unspectacular, except for one position, which is the right guard position. Navon Donaldson, or Navon, a 90 overall right guard junior. Definitely going to be troublesome for some of our schemes. That's a strength on their offensive line. The left end is an 84, nothing to snark at, but the right end, Joe Jackson, a 99 overall, a huge threat on the right side of that defensive line. The D tackles, solid 85 and 84, with an 82 backing them up. A probable player at left outside linebacker, 86. Shaq Quarterman, as some of you are well aware, is a great middle linebacker. He's a 99 overall senior with 99 awareness and will wreak havoc, number 55. Another player to be aware of at all times. Right outside linebacker, a human being, an impact player perhaps cleaning up the trash. 85, 83, 81 across the board, with only one with really good awareness being Trajan Bandy. And free safety, an 83 sophomore with an 81 junior strong safety. We're hoping to be able to take the top off the defense a couple times and maybe not have to work so hard and have so many 15-play drives, because with these 299s in the front seven, definitely something we're going to have our eyes on and want to avoid as much as possible them. But there you have it. They're an excellent team. They've got some superstars, and they're the champions of their division. So we're going to take them seriously by all means. We're hoping to get out of here with a win at all costs and by any spread necessary. Without further ado, I'm going to pass it back over to Coach Ninja. He's going to give you the play-by-play here for this ACC championship game from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Thank you, Coach. two 91 rated teams, Miami Hurricanes, a bit more even than the Syracuse Orange. But one of the teams is ranked and the other is 7-5. As you can see, that Miami offense is not the best in the country at 63rd in points and 50th on the pass, which is understand why they're 7-5, 6-2 in the ACC. But that pass defense of 184.1 yards a game is fantastic. On the other side, the Syracuse Orange, number 1 in points per game and number 1 against the run, with solid top 15 ratings at offensive yards, offensive rushing, defensive points, and defensive yards as well. Hofrichter, Custis, and Enoisi are the highest rated overall players from the Orange, whereas on the Hurricanes, you're seeing they're listing 92s and 90s instead of the 99s. But I guess these guys are the ones putting up those big numbers, as you can see. 33 receptions, 62 punts, 12 pancakes.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites.
Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, one half a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now, I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen.
Spanning more than 10 successful seasons and covering the country from California, Ohio, North Carolina, and Virginia. This is League One NCAA football.
Backfield, 5 wide receivers in the formation. He's got space to work.
Custis and the drag route, and there's a flag on the play.
That means this is probably holding.
And that's going to come back, and that's a big penalty on the first play of the game.
Syracuse got a guy that's in a running for a national award here, Herbie. And, the best time to talk about awards really is after you win them. Right now, it's all speculation. You just got to play the game. From their own 26-yard line. First down.
3 down linemen, pretty tight in here for the Hurricanes. Strickland gets 1 yard.
Strickland picks up a yard
before he's stopped.
It's second down and 8. Ball on the 27-yard line.
4 down linemen this time. You can see those linebackers there. 1, 2, 3. So read option. Dungy keeps it. He's got some great blocking. And he gets a fantastic 23-yard run into enemy territory.
Anything like he was last year, look out this season. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers.
Custis's first reception of the game. Another drag route from Dungy, this one for 5 yards, but no penalty this time. Shotgun normal, halfback weak. Dungy throws to Strickland coming out of the backfield. It's 13 yards. Five wide receivers now for Dungy. He's scrambling out. Custis wide open for about 4 steps there in the middle of 3 defenders who hadn't closed on him. It's going to be first and goal now from about the 8.
It's like a rocket taking off. They have that skill, along with all the other intangibles. Man, it's so impressive.
Great job extending the play there, moving in the pocket but not escaping from Dungy. As we now see a split offset here. Dungy is scrambling again. This time he's going to take it, and he slides down. Looks like they're going to probably mark him down at the 4.5 or the 5. Second and goal now from the 4. Back to 3 down linemen for Miami. No one in the backfield. Dungy in the shotgun. James Lofton gets the catch and goes out of bounds, but he had to come back a little bit for it. It's only, they call it a 1-yard game, but they moved from the 4 to the 2. So you can do the math on that one yourself. Figure out where that extra yard came from. It's third and goal now from the 2.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
3 down linemen again, but they're spread out across the line this time as the clock winds down. Dungy makes some audibles. Hand off to Strickland, and they say no gain. Gervan Hall with 3 tackles on this drive. It's taken up 3.25 minutes of the first quarter. And they send out Hofrichter for the short chip shot.
Syracuse is looking to go up by 3.
Hofrichter puts it right down the middle of Main Street. That's, yeah,
After that performance, how far will they fall? This was a tight one to the very end.
big news here from the American. The undefeated number 2 SMU Mustangs going down to the Marshall Thundering Herd. That's going to be a big upset for who is going to be in this national title game. Only one undefeated team remains, and you're watching them play Miami right now.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the
Hofrichter kicking off.
nice kick, plenty of distance.
And out the back of the end zone. And now it's the Orange's defense's turn.
For the first drive.
The tight end escapes a tackle, escapes two, finally gets forced out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
You can use him at the line as an extra blocker or send him downfield like another wide receiver.
At 36 yards, the tight end already has more yards than his average yards per game this season. As Nkosi Perry is sacked on the screen pass, that was the follow-up. It's now 2nd and 10.
If you feel like you're not going to be able to make the play and the defense got you, just give up on that play and get ready for the next down.
4 wide receivers this time.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 39. And down he goes.
And there's a flag on the play.
The flag came out after the ball was thrown.
It's going to be roughing the passer. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
It's now 1st and 10 on the 22.
First and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line. Fires quickly, and he's got his man.
16 yards to Mark Pope out on the right out route. Fake screen looked like with the handoff to Lorenzo Lingard. Only goes for 4 yards, but it's now 2nd and goal from the 4 where the Syracuse Orange were just a few moments ago. And the tight end catches it over a defender for the touchdown.
He hit the big tight end for 6 on that one.
As a quarterback, you like the tight end inside the 10-yard line because they have a knack for finding the opening. And then you can just drill it in there.
And that's a short 6-play, 47-second drive
Miami is up a field goal.
for Miami to make it
So that's a 5-play,
a 4-point lead.
3-yard drive, and they get it in for 7.
Brad, I love these kind of drives. They're old school, grind it out and earn the yards and just rip the heart right out of that defense.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. He really got a hold of that kick.
Another kick out the back of the end zone. Nobody's gotten a chance to make a return attempt yet this game.
Looks like he's the real thing, and he can help in that area. And while they are behind, they know they can knock things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan.
Shotgun normal, halfback weak. Handoff is to Strickland, and he has space for a 5-yard gain on first down.
Second and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Shotgun ace here. Strickland is in motion right to left. And a pitch at the last second to Strickland. He's way out in space. He's down the field. Is anyone going to catch him? No.
Touchdown.
And Syracuse put it right back on Miami, now leading 10-7.
Like he's ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. This one's going to be down.
Richards takes the knee. That's the closest anyone's gotten to returning a ball so far. All the rest of them gone out the back of the end zone.
deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play.
The receiver breaks the tackle. Amon Richards gets 18 yards, 5 of it after the first tackle. First contact, I should say. Thomas this time breaking the first tackle and the second. And that's a 57-yard touchdown for Thomas. One of the 2 wide receivers above 90 for this Hurricanes offense. And just like that, 2 plays in 14 seconds, Syracuse are behind again by 4.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one.
Metcalf deep in the end zone, elects to try to return it.
Tackle made at the 14.
Hit at the 14-yard line.
We're getting a chance to see so many touchdowns. I just wonder if this offense could continue the flow that we've seen from the previous 3 series.
Pretty good looking touchdown drive the last time these guys were out there.
The pass is short, hits one of the defenders in the back of the head.
That can really do it all, Herbie. I mean, he's a dual threat. He can hurt you with his feet and his arm. With this guy, it's PYP. Pick your poison. From their own 14-yard line. Second down.
5 wide receivers now for the Orange.
Pattern as they're in the shotgun.
Dungy is scrambling.
Now he's going to run and watch out.
And he gets first down on his feet with some good vision and dodging a few defenders to get those last 3 yards.
Run the football. Give the quarterback a lot of credit. He made a great play and really gave his team a boost.
They come out in an empty backfield.
He's being chased down. He doesn't have time to stop to throw the ball to the open receivers downfield. It's now 2nd and 1. Dungy running for his life.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1.
Tommy Tanuvasa in the eye heavy set. Strickland decides to bounce outside, and he gets 8 yards on the run.
Lyman played that one perfectly, giving the tailback plenty of space to work with, and he took advantage of it.
With that one big run earlier, he's already at 84 yards in this game, and the first quarter's not even over.
5 wide.
Scramble out of the pocket for Dungy.
Under pressure. Heading for the corner.
And he steps out of bounds after 1 yard gain.
Yards on the keeper.
Smartly dodges the tackle, knowing he's not going to get anything else there.
Second down and 9 to go.
Another
4-yard line.
Another spot substitution of Tommy Tanuvasa. This time in the shotgun offset. Hand off to Strickland. He's got plenty of space and a spin move for first down. He's now 7 yards short of the century in just this one half.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 47.
Shotgun split here. Pitch to Strickland. This time he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
I formation this time for the Orange.
Scrambling around.
Richards catches the ball on the check down, but the defender is right there. No gain. It's 3rd and 11. We'll see if the Orange get a look they like before the end of the quarter.
Down to the 37.
Dungy evidently likes the look.
Scramble. He airs it out.
Lofton gets wide open, 48 yards downfield, catches the ball, takes 2 steps, and goes into the end zone.
He gets to 40 touchdown passes with that last cross. Pretty good season by when Benitez is in the house.
Oh my God.
When Benitez is in the house.
Oh my God.
When Benitez is in the house.
Oh my God.
When Benitez is in the house.
Oh my God.
When Benitez is in the house.
Oh my God.
When Benitez is in the house.
Oh my God.
When Benitez is in the house.
Oh my God.
When Benitez is in the house.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
By both teams. Syracuse leads 17-14.
That was a bang-bang quarter. Syracuse leads 17 to 14
They line up to kick this one away.
and has 98 more yards than Miami
Excellent kick.
as we begin the second quarter.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Well, somewhere Andre Ware's doing a game.
Also, more than twice the plays.
Doing this one. We've got nothing but offense going on in this football game. Welcome back here. We resume action now here in the second quarter. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes. He has some room. Inside.
And Williams,
He gets hit on
the safety, has to come across as the wide receiver, Lawrence Cager, breaks a tackle and gets 54 yards. Touchdown-saving tackle by Williams.
They go to the ground game. Knocked out of
Lorenzo Lingard, 4-yard rush, pushed out of bounds by the second man. Met in the backfield, Lingard shrugs off the tackle and runs the rest of the way for the touchdown.
He got the handoff and knew exactly what to do with it.
They like the fact that they have a halfback who can pick his way so well through defenses.
So they had their chances to stop him, but in the end, he comes up with a big play.
Coming over the sidelines after touchdown, saying, man, I didn't expect it to be this.
Schumacher attempts to take it out this time.
117.
He looks like he might have the edge. He gets to about the 24-yard line.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions.
And Dungy in motion in the Wildcat gets wrapped up for a loss of 3 by Jonathan Garvin.
From their own 18-yard line, it's second down. The offense going to try to open this field up, coming out in a 5-wide set, and the defense counters with their dime.
No, Ballsy. I am not. And I'm actually, I am Coach Ninja. I'm giving you the play-by-play. Coach Spectre is the head coach of the Syracuse Orange. He is not a journalism student at Syracuse either, but he is a big fan of Syracuse and their journalism school. It's one of the reasons why he picked them for this dynasty.
From their own 33-yard line, first down.
Tommy Tanuvasa back in the I formation. Handoff to Strickland, and he gets 7. He is now at the century mark. And a touchdown to boot. It's now 2nd and short. A shotgun ace this time. Strickland in motion. A pitch again to Strickland. This time there's safety to prevent him from going the distance, but he gets a great 14-yard gain. And a smart late pitch by Dungy.
From the 47-yard line. First down.
Shotgun halfback weak now. And Strickland out of the backfield on the angle route. Spin move moves him away from the tackler. It's his 2nd reception of the game. They're both for about 11.5 yards. Ooh, and a lucky fumble recovery there as a bad pitch into traffic bounces off someone. It's now 2nd and short as Strickland, we see him going to the medical tent. We'll see how soon he can return to the game. Dungy is scrambling. Caught by Lofton on the sideline, and he manages to turn upfield for a couple of more yards. Hit as he throws.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
The Dungy has to go to the sidelines for a play. This game is in, I believe, Charlotte, North Carolina, at Bank of America Stadium. It is a neutral site game because it is the ACC championship. Second and goal now from the 3. Syracuse have been here before. Last time, they only got a field goal. We see a shotgun ace big now, 2 tight ends, 2 backs, and they are going to pass, and it's to Metcalf. He gets 3, but he doesn't get the ball across the plane, they say. And it's now 2nd and 1. It's probably 2nd and inches, if my eyes were correct. Indeed, it looks like 2nd and inches. We're seeing 3rd and goal here. Sorry, 3rd and inches. 5 wide receivers. And there were 3 defenders right at the middle in front of the center and the guards, but they were pushed back enough for Dungy to run the ball in on the QB blast out of the 5 wide.
By the power of Grayskull. Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret.
He just drills this one.
Dallas takes the knee. Miami is now down by 3. It's 3:41 to go in the first half. And yes, Ballsy, it would be great for them to make another one of these. We'll keep this one going as long as we can until they do.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays.
I believe all of Miami's drives, 3 scoring drives so far, have been sub 1 minute as the defender fails to get the hand in, and the next 2 guys it takes to tackle Lawrence Cagey.
You've got the defense right where you
He gets the first down, but thankfully not too much more as help comes in. As Bradshaw gets his mitts on it, but can't come down with it. Now 2nd and 10.
That was a sure interception, only to be dropped.
2nd and 2. Ball in their own 47.
And pressure on Perry this time from Green, coming from the rush, has him throw it out of bounds. It's now 3rd and 10 here. Green, the linebacker, playing end here. Lingard in the backfield. And Thomas has space on the out route. Corner route, I'm sorry. 18 yards for the first down. And that got Miami out of a rough spot. And they hurry up the line. Perry has plenty of time. And Bradshaw again gets his hand on it, preventing the touchdown. Perry a little late there. The receiver had space on Bradshaw, but had to stop to stay in bounds. And that let Bradshaw catch up and get a hand on it.
From the 35-yard line. 2nd down.
Still 4 wide receivers, single back here. They do hand it off this time, though. And Lingard is stopped short of the first down. It's 3rd and 2 now. Great play to get off his blocker. Syracuse takes a timeout.
And they'll look to convert here on another 3rd down.
3rd and 2 on the 30. And Green rushes the throw. Rodney Williams comes in, gets a hand in, doesn't get the pick, but it's now 4th and 2, and it looks like the Hurricanes are going to be very aggressive here and go for it. They've got a fullback and 3 tight ends on the field.
You don't need 3 guesses to figure out what they're going to run right here on 4th and short. He makes it to the 25-yard line.
And they don't give George the spot. Hit in the backfield and delayed. That's a turnover on downs, as that's a rough spot there. They were real close, but a great defensive play. Great defensive play by the Syracuse Orange. They've got 2 minutes, 57 seconds in the half and 2 timeouts starting on their own 25-yard line after the big 4th down stop. Dungy gets Custis for a drag route. Custis goes to the sideline to let one of his fellow wide receivers get a block for him, get him an extra 6 yards, thanks to downfield blocking. Number 16 you saw coming there from left to right.
From their own 41-yard line. It's 1st down.
Clock is moving now. We're still in 5 wide receivers. As Hall jumps Anoisi for the pick, he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 36. Pocket closing in on Dungy. He had to make the throw, and it got picked. Perry shucks the defender and throws into space, and now Miami is hurrying up. They're in the red zone. Perry keeps it this time on the run. He only gets 3, but it's live clock now, under 2.5 minutes.
The short yardage defense here. He's scrambling.
1 yard rush this time makes it 3rd and 6.
As they call a timeout.
And the Syracuse Orange spend a timeout.
3rd and 6. Ball on the 11.
Mark Pope, in a sea of hands, reaches up and snatches it out of the air, goes out of bounds on the 4-yard line. It's now 1st and goal.
They're crowding the line.
Tight end comes in motion, right to left. And Pope running to the sideline in space for the touchdown.
And for Perry, that's touchdown pass number 3 of this half.
Defense better make some adjustments, and they need to make them now, because this passing attack is making a highlight film right now.
With this extra point, and it's going to be a 4-point,
Miami is up a field goal. He splits the
but still 1-score game. Syracuse now has 1:55 and 1 timeout.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 10. He's tackled at the 15.
Schumacher stopped at the 15.
Out of their quarterback, and you expected that was going to happen, but I mean, what is happening here? Somebody else is going to have to come to the forefront, or this thing's going to be over.
If you would have told me before the game that this quarterback would have played like this to the first quarter and a half or so, I would have thought this team...
5 wide receivers now out for Dungy.
It's gotta happen.
Custis on the drag route.
They've got a range.
Catches it in the gap between zones and gets it 9 yards downfield before he's tackled just short the first down marker. And the Orange hurry up to the line.
Is dependable. That's why they call his number so often.
And they go right back to it. 5 yards and a first down stops the clock as they respot the ball on the 29-yard line.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 29-yard line. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun.
Dungy scrambles out. Lofton catches it.
Got his man across the
He gets 7 yards.
36-yard line.
It's 2nd and 3 now.
5 wide.
Neal this time from the left slot. He shucks a tackler, gets 24 yards downfield. Mo Neal, his first catch of the game, and a great job to get an extra 8 yards after shucking the first defender. That's halfback number 2 there.
First and 10. Ball on the 41.
Ball on the 41, enemy territory, under a minute. Check down to Richards, 4 yards. He gets caught on the field, and Syracuse Orange spend their last timeout on 2nd and 6 on the 37-yard line. Tommy Tanuvasa
Second down.
is not in the game. Dungy scrambles. He dodges a defender. And he puts 2 hands on the ball and leans forward to get some more yardage.
He scrambled. They'll bring him down.
Scrambles again, 8 yards, live clock, 2nd and 2.
They come out in an empty backfield.
Another scramble from Dungy. He gets across the first down marker and slides down, calling a hurry up. And he spikes the ball to stop the clock with 14 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 14. We'll see what the Orange decide to do here.
Play the drive.
Play clock winding down. Dungy scrambles and throws it out of bounds. 4 seconds off the clock. But they live to fight another play.
From the 14-yard line, it's 3rd down. He's on the run.
And Enoisi, 14 yards and plenty of space in the corner route, scores the touchdown with 5 seconds left to go. That was the last shot at the end zone before probably being forced to kick. Dungy, exhausted but throwing on the run. He looks like he's going to enjoy his halftime break in the oxygen tank.
When the East is in the house. Oh my God. Danger. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. Danger. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. Danger. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. Danger. When the East is in the house. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Plenty of distance. And it goes into the end.
Takes the knee in the end zone. The Miami Hurricanes have 3 timeouts, but only 5 seconds with which to work.
This offense just torched the defense through the air with a great passing attack on their last drive.
As long as this quarterback has time to throw, and you can guarantee
The handoff is to Lingard. He gets 2 yards, and that's the end of the first half.
Well, we've got a barn burner here.
Syracuse is up 31-28 at halftime.
Orange lead 31-28.
We're going to take a quick look at the stats and a break for refreshments
NCAA Football 14 halftime show.
and be right back
Innovation that excites.
with the second half.
I here in the studio to break down everything that just happened in your game. Good thing we have these spectacular 1080p high definition monitors in here. All the better to see these offenses execute with precision in the first half.
Yeah, I like having the old school black and white TVs too that show a little bit of defense occasionally. But yeah, offensive plethora. I mean, if you want to see how to dial up a clinic on how to play offense, you saw it on both sides in the first half. I'm not sure that there was much resistance, but it's always fun to be able to dial a play up and know that it's going to work. And every single time you go, hey, this plays money, this plays money, this plays money, and you saw it.
That's it for us here in the studio. What are you going to do in the second half of the games going on?
Yeah, I'm going to kick back and watch all these monitors.
We'll keep you up to date on everything going on around the country right now. Time for the second half with Brad and Kurt.
All right. Syracuse up only by 3 points. They have 6 more first downs and 112 more yards of offense, most of it on the run. You're seeing 207 yards on the ground in the first half, and 206 through the air for the Orange, a 259 in the air for Miami. That is where the bulk of their yards are coming from. Neither team is perfect, but the Orange are 3 for 4 rather than 2 for 3 on third down, and got a stop when Miami attempted a fourth down in the middle of that second quarter. The Syracuse did throw that one pick, which is part of the reason the game is so close, but look at that dominant time of possession. It's a little bit of a trick, though, because when Miami's had the ball, they've marched it down the field right quickly and scored points with it 4 out of 5 times. Eric Dungy, 15 for 18, 2 touchdowns and 1 pick, still has a 203 rating. Tommy Tanuvasa, 1 for 1 for 4 yards on one play where he came in as a substitute. Nkosi Perry, 12 for 17, 259 yards, 3 touchdowns, 70%, but with a 21.5 yard average and a 57 long. He's got a rating of 256.8. On the ground, Lingard has 5 attempts for 36 yards, but the ground game, Dungy, 12 for 91, and Strickland, 9 for 114, including a 70-yard long. That's a big part of the game right now for the Syracuse Orange. Receiving, Custis and Lofton are doing the bulk of the work, and Richards and Strickland, Noisy and McNeil are all giving supplemental assistance to the long yardage of Custis and Lofton. Thomas and Pope with the most receptions, but Cager with the second most yards to Thomas. Thomas 4 for 99 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, Hall and Quarterman, backed up by Steed and Carter, getting the tackles for the Miami Hurricanes, and Hall getting that pick as the free safety coming down. On the other side of the ball, 5 tackles for Henderson Jr., nobody else with more than 1. He is playing all over the field, but not a tremendous number of plays for the Syracuse defense because of the speed with which Miami is moving down the field. So that's the current state of the game. We'll leave you with some stats, and we will join you shortly for the second half. All right. Teams are coming back out of the locker rooms from the halftime. We're going to get kicked off here just a second. A total of 714 yards of offense between two teams in just one half. And Syracuse will kick off to the Hurricanes to begin the third quarter.
He kicks it off, and he got all of that one.
Richards takes a knee deep in the end zone.
For a touchback.
And the Hurricanes come back out
As usual here. I don't think they
with their 4 wide receivers set. And that's a tackle for loss on the Lorenzo Lingard run, and he actually dodges the pass rusher coming in and is tackled by half by his own offensive lineman and half by the defender coming off of that blocker.
from their own 24-yard line. Second down.
They try another run again, and that's a that's a no gain. It's now 3rd and 12. And with all the time in the world, Amon Richards, 97 overall, has separation from the defender, and that's a 77-yard touchdown pass on 3rd down.
Target today, and so far he has been. Great catch for the touchdown.
Miami has a 3-point lead. He makes the PAT.
And that's a yet another lightning quick drive for the Miami Hurricanes.
With a touchdown.
Boy, that is scoring in a hurry. This offense is looking more and more explosive.
They line up to kick this one away. He just drills this one.
Schumacher takes the knee.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Syracuse down by 4, having to respond yet again. Eric Dungy still looks a little bit tired after halftime.
Easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something.
5 wide receivers of their own for the Syracuse Orange now. Custis catches it, sees no options, takes the hit, and takes the 4-yard gain.
It's second down, 6 to go. Ball on their own 29.
Dungy keeps it on the quarterback keeper. He gets 6 yards, and they spot it just short. It's 3rd and inches.
So it's 3rd down, and they're just inches away from picking up the first down.
Shotgun normal. Halfback strong side. And Strickland is caught in the backfield. Didn't surprise anyone. Wayman Steed catches him for a loss of 3. 4th and 3 now, as Murphy comes out to punt.
Murphy to punt. Punts away. This one's like a line drive.
And that's a great bounce Great bounce for the Syracuse Orange. He still makes attempt at returning it, and he beats the first man, but he can't get further than 10 yards. 55 yards of field position. We'll see if Syracuse Orange can capitalize on that. They've got one stop so far this game.
The offense now will take the field, and they hope to have the same success they had on their last drive.
This offensive coordinator's got to be feeling so good about the execution that he's seeing from his quarterback and his wide receivers. Because, again, they put so much time in.
Kosi Perry throws it out of bounds this time, not seeing anything that he liked, and not seeing a pocket that was going to last.
From their own 23-yard line, second down. Miami is up by 4.
Perry is flushed from the pocket and stumbling. He loses 7 yards, really because he ran into the back of his own halfback who was pass blocking for him. But Green flushed him into him and he couldn't escape the stumble. That's 3rd and 17 now. Another chance at a stop for the Orange. And this time, the pressure from Green forces the pass, and Bradshaw gets a hand in, and they're not going to go for 4th and 17 in their own territory. A huge stop for the Syracuse Orange. Something they needed to keep this game within a manageable margin, as Metcalf catches it, bobbles it a little, but he's got a great return. Looks like he's taking it to the house. Always got to look out. Any yellow on the field, any flags, it doesn't look like it. That is a huge return by Metcalf. And after 2 punts, Syracuse is ahead by 3. Syracuse, now leading by 3, has a 4th down in their back pocket, choosing not to go for it. And a fantastic return by Metcalf puts the momentum definitely on the Orange side of the ledger. Miami now continuing to come out. 4 wide receivers, single back. Syracuse continuing to respond with the quarter. Perry flushed. Henderson Jr. hits him. Second man hits him. He scrambles for 11 yards, but he takes 4 hits on the way. Flushed again. This time he doesn't have it, and he loses 5 yards on the sack. Second and 15 now. But with an arm like Nkosi Perry's, this offense is always dangerous. They try to go for the unexpected run, and Lorenzo Lingard is caught for no gain. 3rd and long. Perry out of the pocket again, and another deflection for the Syracuse Orange. This one by Foster forces another punt, a massive opportunity for the Orange.
Metcalf is deep to receive, and something tells me he's looking for a second return. It's away, and it's a booming punt. He dropped it.
Metcalf muffs the punt, and it's recovered by number 13, the cover man. I don't know who done it. A great job, great rescue of his teammate Metcalf, whose eyes were already looking downfield. Dante Strickland with 6 yards up the middle, keeping the Hurricanes honest on defense and away from Eric Dungy, who seems to still not have recovered from the amount of sprinting he did to end the second quarter, still taking huffs of oxygen on the sideline when he's not on the field. And smartly slides down after getting the first down to avoid the hit.
There are so many different ways he can hurt you. Today he's done it with his feet. I think he's easily one of the most complete players in the country.
Wow, indeed, Tristan. Wow, indeed. Split offset, no tight ends here. Angle route to Strickland. He catches the ball and then runs into a roadblock of 3 linebackers all waiting for him, but they can't dislodge the rock. He gets a good gain underneath on first down.
2nd and 6. Ball on their own 42.
Yes, they did. I will tell you, having played myself with my Navy midshipmen, having played both the SMU Mustangs and the Marshall Thundering Herd in this particular season, they are both super, super dangerous offenses, very high-powered. I'm not surprised that it was a close game. It was always going to be a shootout. I'm a little bit surprised that Marshall came out on top, but not tremendously. They were both very hot teams going into that game. 3rd and 2nd now. 5 wide receivers, 4 down linemen. And Custis catches the ball. It looks like he was on one side of the first down marker and the ball was on the other, and he had to reach out and grab it across the line and pull it forward. I am Coach Ninja. I am giving you the play-by-play for the ACC championship between the 7-5 Miami Hurricanes and the number 1 ranked undefeated Syracuse Orange, coached by Coach Spectre.
Ball on the 48-yard line. Syracuse holds a field goal lead.
Perkins this time on the angle route out of the backfield. He grabs 6. Defenders stop him short. Well, I will tell you that I was recently reading about the amount that Fox paid for the NFL when they got the NFL and how much they paid to get Madden and Terry Bradshaw and the whole slate of guys when they did that. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have that kind of money lying around in my couch. Strickland comes in motion, left to right. He's tied up this time, and Dungy has to keep it. No pitch available. It's a 0-yard gain, but they do move the sticks just a bit. Interesting. Does the... I guess the rosters command doesn't work. All right, so we're using the ones that are online on operationsports.com that include the 2017 football season. So you're seeing Eric Dungy and the Syracuse Orange, who actually played in real life. Eric Dungy and Dante Strickland played a bowl game this evening against WVU in the real NCAA, and it's those rosters that you are seeing us play with. With a few freshmen, given the fact that we've been at these schools for one season and have done some of our own recruiting.
There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun.
Dungy has time, and Custis, again, catching the ball in the middle of a gap between a couple of zones. Make sure he moves his momentum upfield as quickly as possible, turning a 5-yard gain into an 8-yard gain. It is now the fourth quarter. It is 38-35 Orange. The Orange, 2nd and 3. They are 3 yards from the red zone. There are 8 minutes left to go. Dungy scrambles out, and he gets tackled forwards for the first down. So I have a capture card. It's a device that you plug in between the Xbox and your television, and you plug it into your computer as well with another cable, and that lets you stream it. The company is called Elgato. It's an HD60, and they're on Amazon. And you get a bunch of free software, and then you stream your games, and that's pretty much it. It's not too complicated, but it's also not the simplest thing in the world. We do run into technical difficulties every so often, as Tommy Tanuvasa keeps it on the triple option out of the, I believe that was a shotgun split big. It's now 2nd and short. Every coach's favorite down and distance, especially here on the 12-yard line in the red zone at the beginning of the 4th. Dungy back in the game now, I formation, and the Hurricanes are putting a lot of guys up in the box to deal with the heavier set. Strickland tries to get outside, but he gets caught by the 99 rated defensive end. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Actually, Gervin Hall, he might be a linebacker. I might be wrong about that. A very heavy defense here from the Hurricanes as the ball is handed off to Richards, and he gets 7 yards when he needed 6 inches. 1st and goal from the 3. 3 points up, 6 minutes to go with a live clock. The Syracuse Orange can taste it.
First down, and they'll bring it up 1st and goal inside the 5.
They come out with a shotgun set. It's a normal halfback on the strong side with the tight end. They're on the left hash as the clock winds down. Dungy does a quarterback keeper, and he is stopped for a loss. It's now on the 5, and there is a hurry up from the Orange. And that is picked off in the end zone. The defender goes up and snatches it on a misplay by Eric Dungy.
Son of a bitch! If I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink
Lingard tackled for a let's call it a loss of less than a yard. So it's still 2nd and 10. But the Hurricanes, with 5 minutes on the clock, are hurrying up. They put it into Thomas. Touchdown saving tackle there after 35 yards. But once again, the Hurricanes are sprinting downfield. Lingard again stopped for no gain. He's 10 rushes for 35, and a couple of them are big long ones. Those tackle for loss are hurting him. They go to him again, and he only gets 2. It's now 3rd and long, and the Syracuse Orange are trying to slow down the Miami Hurricanes in the red zone after that pick. And Amon Richards on the slant is open. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And Miami is not interested in stepping off the gas one bit. Throw goes into the dirt. It's 2nd and goal from the 6. And finally, a little bit of a breather with the clock stopped after the incompletion.
It's the 9th play of the drive. Got to be careful of a pass play with this defense.
A leaping catch. Amon Richards in the end zone. Jumps for it and survives the ground. And with a successful kick, Miami returns their lead to 4. There's 4:13 left in the game.
I think the thing, Brad, that I'm seeing is the quarterback's taking advantage of some one-on-one opportunities on the outside for some big plays for this offense.
Metcalf elects to take it out from deep in the end zone. He gets to the 28-yard line.
Syracuse has been doing special things on offense all season long, and not today. That's not what we've been
Sorry, the 23. I was wrong in my sector.
Defense all year long, you come in expecting the same thing, and they lay an egg. I didn't expect to see this at all.
Let's see if he can shake off that pick that he tossed last time.
Shotgun ace. Strickland comes in motion from left to right.
Not forcing the ball to his receivers.
And the pitch is to Strickland, and he's got tons of space. The question is can he beat the defense? And he gets 48 yards, a fantastic job. As Gervin Hill, he is the free safety. I finally remembered which position he plays. Comes in for the touchdown saving tackle. He gets Dante Strickland's legs. And once again, Syracuse on the 29-yard line. They've got 4 minutes left in the game. They're down by 4. They are looking for the ACC championship. Dungy scrambles. There is tons of space on the left side of the field, and he saves the tackle by going out of bounds a couple yards early. Smart heads-up play to go out of bounds on the 15 there. Save the tackle because he's got to get into the end zone. He's got 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go 15 yards.
Defense would like to come up with another big play like they did in the last trip for this offense in the red zone with the interception.
And Anoisi is wide open. And that's the second time they've used that route. The last time they got a touchdown with it was the end of the second quarter.
to it now.
And with the
George, do it
touchdown
now.
to Anoisi, the Orange are back up by 3. There are 3 minutes, 33 seconds left to go in this ACC championship game. Miami has 3 timeouts, as does Syracuse. Miami's going to start on their own 25, and they're going to bring out the 4 wide set.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way.
In the shotgun, halfback is on the right. Play action. Cager attempts to hurdle the first down marker, gets stuck short. It's 2nd and 1 as the Hurricanes hurry up. And Lorenzo Lingard is stopped short, even with the roll forward. It's now 3rd and 1.
Less than 3 minutes in the game.
They hand off to Lorenzo again. This time he gets 2 yards, which is just enough for the first down.
He's under some heat.
Green forces Perry out of the pocket. He ultimately gets 3 yards on the ground as the spy guy stops him. 2nd and 7 now with a live clock.
Now he tries to buy some time. Looking for the
And ultimately Perry loses 2 yards, pushed out of bounds. I'm not sure if that counts as a sack or not. Looks like it doesn't, but that is 3rd and long, which is the opportunity that the Orange defense wants with 2 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in the game. And Hightower on the sideline. 64-yard touchdown reception. He had separation from the defender. And with the time that Perry had,
As long as they can convert this extra point, they'll have a 4-point game. That could prove very significant.
but with 2:09 and 3 timeouts, Syracuse can afford to go downfield in the manner that they choose rather than the manner that they are forced to.
A little more than 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And he hits the PAT. Let's throw it out to Reese now for a studio update.
Let's take a look at the MAC championship game. And for Ball State, they've lost 2 in a row.
Miami to kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance.
Metcalf, another attempt at a deep return.
He's to the 20. And down he goes at the 29.
He gets to the 29-yard line.
Show that they're the team to beat here, but looks like they're going to get another chance at it.
Well, it's now or never. This team has put themselves in a position where they have to hope for some heroics late. It's because they played sloppy most of the game. They're very fortunate they still have a chance to be able to win this game.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game.
And Custis on the drag route. Great run blocking by Anoisi. Allows Custis to go out of bounds for the first down. But going out of bounds before the 2-minute mark means the clock starts again when the ball is set. And that time Dungy just throws it into the dirt. Dungy has to scramble. He gets a 2-yard gain. It's now 3rd and 8 with a live clock. And Ivy snatches the low-hanging ball there from Dungy.
Typically doesn't make a mistake in that situation.
Well, sometimes you take a chance, and sometimes you become the hero, and sometimes you become the GOAT. This time it didn't work out for him. He'll be able to...
With a minute 19 seconds left, the Orange need this ball back.
Backfield with 5 wide receivers.
And Lingard gets first down.
He's at the 30.
He stopped out of bounds at the 15.
Him out at the 15. First and 10 following that big run. They come out in a 5-wide set.
Another give to Lingard. It's a 1-yard loss, and Syracuse burns a timeout to stop the clock.
A little over a minute in the game. The 10.
And Lorenzo Lingard gets 13 yards and a first down, and Miami is hurrying up to first and goal from the 3.
Everybody bunched up tight defensively.
And Lawrence Cager, 3-yard touchdown in the back of the end zone. And with that,
And he converts the extra.
Miami is now up by 11. There are 59 seconds left on the clock, and Syracuse has 2 timeouts. Metcalf lets it go out of bounds this time.
For Strickland, he's made an impression on this defense tonight.
You know, the most impressive thing you could say is not only does the entire defense know, the entire stadium knows he's going to get the football, and they still cannot slow him down. That's a commitment by the running back. It's also a commitment by the offensive line and the coach. And when you're an offensive coordinator and you have a back,
Dungy has to scramble.
most important thing for you to do
And Noisy, coming from the left side of the field, gets 23 yards and out of bounds.
because right now he is
It's 52 seconds.
Excellent play as the quarterback found his receiver for a big game.
Well, give credit here to the receiver for finding that seam and coming up with a nice game for the offense.
From their own 48-yard line. First down. He's going to try and scramble.
And a majestic catch by Lofton for 21 yards in good coverage.
down the field all day today, moving consistently and effectively.
One thing I'll add, though, is that his team is losing, and yards don't mean anything unless you win the ball game.
And Noisy this time scrambles to make sure he gets the yardage. But that keeps a live clock, so the Orange are hurrying up. And Strickland has to reach back for it,
At the 2.
meaning he can't run over the goal line. It's a live clock, 30 seconds, second and goal from the 2.
In the gun with 5 wide receivers.
This time he gets over the goal line for points. And the Orange are going for 2 here. And Strickland goes in standing up, meaning that if the Orange can recover the onside kick, all they need is a field goal to go to overtime.
Wow, what a fourth quarter, Kirk. Both these teams are scoring at will.
Can either one of these defenses come up with a stop? Just make a play. Otherwise, it's going to come down to who has the ball last.
So it's time to see this offense go to work again.
This defense couldn't stop them from moving the ball and inevitably finding the end zone.
Syracuse is going to have to use their second time out of the half. Syracuse will use their final timeout. And this should be a kneel down as they just try to kill the clock. Well, a lot of frustration by that offense, but you've got to give the defense credit for coming up with a stop in this quarter in a game this close. This one's in the books, and our final score, Miami 56, Syracuse 53. As we wrap this game up, Kirk, what final thoughts do you want to share?
This has certainly been a special game to remember. Syracuse made a few more mistakes in this game than their opponents. And whether it's turnovers, penalties, missed tackles, or blown assignments, you just can't afford to make mistakes and expect to win.
For the Hurricanes, they win another one late in the season, giving them an 8-5 record. And for the Orange, a heartbreaking loss ends their quest for a perfect season.